Well, welcome to another edition of Best Bites. I'm Mickey.
I'm Brad Wiseman.
And we're right here in the heart of Lancaster at the Federal TapHouse, a restaurant that's only been open for just over a few months now.
It hasn't been that long.
Great restaurant. They've got a brick oven pizza, lots of great food, over 100 beers on tap. And
100 beers on tap?
100, I know.
That's crazy.
Someone like me loves beer, you gotta love it. We're getting
love
ready to jump in the kitchen with the chef Russell, and we're going to be trying some great food.
Looking forward to
Let's
it.
get to the
go.
kitchen. Here we are at the Federal TapHouse,
Yes.
right in the heart of the city of Lancaster. We're with Russell Skiles, the chef here, and he's going to start off with a great entree. We're going to have some salmon. So, Russell, you just told me this is Scottish salmon. Why Scottish salmon?
Scottish salmon is known for having a nice level of fat to it, a nice level of that marbling,
Good.
so it's going to be rich, it's going to be, it's going to have a lot of body to it.
And it's got a nice brogue.
Yeah, and you know what's
The
funny?
Scottish brogue.
I never think of fish of having fat. Like you think about different types
Yeah.
of meat, like steaks.
Sure.
A lot of times you'll go from a Delmonico to a fillet, and obviously the Delmonico is going to have more marbleization, more fat. I never think of that with a fish, and that's something interesting. So that has more fat, which obviously is where the flavor comes from, right?
Certainly.
I would think so.
Yep.
So tell us what are we going to do with this?
So we're cooking it a little different today because we're going to be cooking this inside of the brick oven.
Yeah, here at the
Awesome.
Federal TapHouse, we have this really radical
Awesome.
piece of equipment. We have this wood stone brick oven. What we do is every day we'll come in and we'll load it with a variety of hardwoods and fruitwoods. So we have mesquite, we have hickory, we have apple, cherry, and pear.
Wow.
So every morning we'll get this thing fired up. We'll get it up to about 700 degrees. 690 is kind of like our target. Yeah, so
That's hot.
It's
That's really hot.
It
Now
is
you're
very hot.
using all the different types of wood, and I guess you're getting different flavors from all those different woods, right? That's
Yeah,
the whole
absolutely.
idea.
Hickory is kind of that like very like thorough kind of smoke when you think of like barbecue or smoked foods.
Right,
Mesquite
right.
is kind of like that. Mesquite wood kind of has like a bigger top note to it, kind of like a, I don't want to say tangy,
But interesting.
maybe a little bit more like fiery, a little
Right,
bit
right,
brighter. And then the fruit woods will lend a certain level of sweetness.
Right,
Because when you're
Nice.
cooking with like primitive fueling methods like hardwoods and fruit woods, you're not actually just getting smoke, but there is still a certain level of water still left in that wood. I mean, not a whole lot, but
Right.
so you are going to generate a little bit of steam. You are going to generate a little bit of
Never
some
thought of
of
that.
that like some of those sugars are going to come out in the steam. They are going to caramelize on your meats.
Amazing.
Nice.
You know, I never knew there was that much education in smoking food. So tell us what we're going to do with this salmon now. How are we going to prepare this?
We're going to prepare our wood-fired Atlantic salmon dish. What we do is we'll take our salmon, our Scottish salmon. The preparation is really simple. Sometimes the simplest preparations are the best ways.
Right, right.
Like really let this piece of meat sing.
Right.
Let it really speak for itself.
Right.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to go in here. We're going to go over it with some nice sea salt,
Sea salt, always.
Oh, yes.
I love sea salt. So
Some-
much better than regular salt.
some cracked pepper,
Nice.
and that's it. And what we're going to
Simple,
do
very
is we're going to
simple.
put this on top of our hardwoods and our fruit woods. We're going to put this on a piece of cedar,
Okay.
and we're
And
going
that's
to go.
part of it too.
We're not going to
being
put
on
any.
there.
We're not going to add any lipids, any fats, anything to this. Just the cedar, just the salt and the pepper, and it's going to go right into the brick oven. So what we have here is a potato pancake. We've taken Idaho potatoes. We've simply grated them down. We've grated up some sweet onions, some Spanish onions, and just a little bit of flour, a little bit of
Nice.
egg, just a
Nice.
little bit of like really simple stuff. And then we've pared those off in the fryer as well.
Okay.
So we're just going to add a little bit of that sea salt as well,
And
right
then you're
on the
gonna put
sizzle
that in there.
plate. Yeah, and we're just going to bring those up and let those go in the brick oven as well. They're going to get a little level of, that smokiness, a little level of that flavor
Right,
from the
sure.
brick oven as well. The way that this brick oven works is we're really well known for our brick oven pizzas. And so the idea with our brick oven pizzas is they need to be as far away from the fire as possible.
Okay.
So you see the rotunda, the way that this dome is set
yes.
up. As we're making pizzas, the pizzas need to stay in kind of like a concentric circle along that back wall. And hopefully we'll get a chance to show you guys here in a little
Yeah,
bit.
Oh,
at
yeah.
some point.
Stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
So essentially, we need to keep those pizzas as far away from
The fire.
as possible. So we'll work in concentric circles. So we'll
Wow.
start and we'll kind of keep them moving along until they get back around the back left side and pull them out.
So our fish and everything is ready, correct?
It
You're ready to
is.
pull it
We're gonna
out. So
pull
let's
this
get this
out.
salmon out and get our potato pancakes and green beans, and let's do some eating.
Oh
Right,
man, look
so
at
our-
that salmon.
So for our plating, we've got all this great flavor coming off of that cedar plank, that nice, smoky, that
I can
sweetness.
smell it.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do
Smells
is
great.
we're just gonna go ahead and leave that right on the cedar plank for our guests to enjoy.
Charred around the outside.
Yep.
We're gonna take
Nice.
our potato pancakes out of the brick oven,
Oh, those look
pop
nice.
those
Nice
right
and
on
crispy.
the plate. We're gonna add just a touch of sea salt to finish those off.
Nice.
We have some green beans here, a little bit of garlic that we've gotten a nice
Nice.
little saute going on.
Now what's in there? What's it's just some butter or something in there,
Just
or what?
a little bit of butter,
Little bit of
some
butter?
shaved garlic,
Nice, nice.
a little salt and pepper.
Garlic is good
Once
on
again,
everything.
this is
It
kind
is.
of one of those things where, you know, let really nice quality ingredients
Yes,
speak for themselves.
absolutely.
It's a little lemon compound butter,
Okay.
real simple. Just unsalted sweet cream butter.
Okay.
What we've done is we've taken some lemon zest, some lemon juice, and a little bit of roasted garlic.
I
We're
knew
gonna
there was
go ahead-
garlic in there.
We're gonna go ahead and let that get on there,
Oh,
and
nice.
essentially
That'll all
Melting,
melt right
yes.
down.
we're gonna let that, you know, we're gonna let that get all over that salmon there and get nice and
Nice.
melty. Essentially, that's gonna sit up in a window for a second before it's run to our
Sure,
customers.
that'll melt it over top.
Yeah, that's gonna get like nice and melted. Simple to the point, delicious.
Mickey,
All right.
we gotta try
Let's
this.
see. Let's do some.
We gotta
eating.
try it. We gotta try it.
All right.
Absolutely. I'm gonna try this first, just because I.
Well, it's a protein. It's the star of the dish.
Oh my god,
All right, just look at it.
that is fantastic. Probably one of the best pieces of salmon I've ever had.
Oh,
Thank you.
that is.
You know
You-
what's nice is the
you get the-
crustiness on the outside.
Person,
And
but
still
then
moist on the
that-
inside.
The wood flavor it comes right through.
Sure.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh,
All right. I'm gonna go-
fantastic.
Oh, that's good. All right. Potato
Pancake.
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 All right. Yep. All right.
Yeah, you know what? That salmon's done perfectly. Very nice.
Ready?
Yeah, with the brick oven, you get this nice. You really do get that nice crust on the outside. And because of the high heat, you're able to get that nice caramelization, that
Yeah.
nice crust on the outside,
And a
without
green bean.
overcooking
It's
the
not
inside
mushy.
of
It's
the
not
fish.
mushy at all. It's actually perfect.
You get a nice
Absolutely
saute
perfect.
from the green bean, but it's also nice and crisp.
This is
It's
not
not
cooperative.
overdone or mushy. It's really, really.
I'm gonna do this.
But you get the hint of garlic.
Very nice,
Not
very
overpowering, just a nice hint of garlic. Oh, this is fantastic.
Very good. I'm really
Delicious.
excited about the
Yeah.
mussels because I gotta tell you, I love mussels. So this is like one of my favorites. So tell us what we're gonna be eating here. I see all kinds of ingredients. I see, of course, the mussels, who are the star of the appetizer. So go ahead.
All right,
Let
what
us
we're
know.
going to do here is we're going to do a appetizer off of our menu. These are our Dreamweaver mussels using Trogue's Dreamweaver, which is a wheat beer.
Okay.
And we'll get right to it. What we're using is a blue mussel from Prince Edward Island, a Canadian mussel, kind of like the mainstay of,
Sure.
of mussels in my personal opinion. They never tend to disappoint. So what we're going to do is we have a hot saute pan. We're going to get some of this unsalted sweet cream butter.
Okay.
gonna,
Unsalted. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean that way we can kind of, you know, regulate
Flavor
our
with other things.
seasoning
Right,
ourselves.
absolutely.
So what we'll do is we're going to get some of that butter going. A little bit. We're going to go in with some lardons of bacon.
Lardons of bacon. You had me at bacon.
Some shallot.
Good. Nice. Nice. Okay.
Our PEIs, as they're known in the
PEI.
restaurant business.
Prince Edward.
And then what we have here is the Trogue's Dreamweaver, which is a wheat beer. Have you had? Would you
No,
like to try?
I'd like to try that. Sure.
Sure.
I'm gonna try the beer. Oh, that's fantastic.
I love
can't
the
have
Dream
any.
Weaver.
You
I
can't have
know.
any.
It's a
It's
Dream
got a
Weaver.
nice
I've had plenty of Dream. I
spiciness.
love
mean,
it.
it's
Really
light,
nice.
it's easy drinking. It's
That's
got that
awesome.
spiciness that's typical of wheat beers.
You just gotta
A
pour
lot
that
of
over there.
people typically will say something funny that I notice about wheat beers is they'll say that, you know, they get that spice, they get that flavor they think reminds them of banana, and the reason that is the yeast is actually producing some of the same molecular structure, the same sugars, the same I'm not sure exactly the word for what I'm looking for, if it's a bacteria result of the yeast is creating the exact same molecule that actually happens
In a banana.
in a banana as
Wow.
banana
Weird.
ripens.
That's amazing.
All right.
So give
So
those
now
a
what
little
do we do
toss.
with that? You're gonna
What
put
we're
this
going to
in
do is we're going to put these right over here in our Jasper, which is our Spanish bistro grill
Okay.
/ oven.
Right, right, right.
Really a super cool piece of equipment.
And it's like
So
super hot, right?
This is also, it is. So this is our Jasper. This is also fueled with primitive methods. We use coal in this. This is charcoal.
right.
This usually sits about 500 degrees
Wow.
throughout the day. This is a little bit smaller, a bit smaller, a bit more finicky in terms of keeping a target temperature throughout the day. So this really kind of takes a bit of work. It's definitely a labor of love.
Look at these fresh mussels. Now I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a couple of these off of here real quick. There's little forks. I want to get some of this juice though, because that's the most important part when it comes to mussels.
Well, let's put another one there.
As far
One
as
for me.
I'm concerned.
Juice mine up. Oh,
No.
don't even juice mine
No,
up.
I'm not
I'm
going to
doing
juice yours up. I thought you had your own plate. I'm sorry.
Get some juice here. All right.
Very nice. You know what's great? I taste the smoky flavor from being in the coal fire there.
Absolutely.
It tastes great. Sauce is
I
great.
get a great-
Everything's excellent.
The beer comes right through.
Very good.
I love.
All right.
I really love.
You know what? We got to get
All
out
right,
of here.
Russell, thank you for having us in the kitchen.
Thank you
at
so
the
much for
TapHouse.
coming in,
Thank
gentlemen.
you so much.
Oh.
Really, really great time.
Hope to
really
see you guys
appreciate
again.
it.
All right.
We're back.
More food,
Cheers.
more beer, more
More
mussels. All right. I don't need the sauce. I don't need it.
They're good.